About an inch short. So it's longer than it was before, but it's still a little.
Is this mic working? Oh, it is. Okay. All right. All right. If you're tuning in, give me 1 second. Let me just do a quick intro on the stream. Hello, everyone. Kang Snow. Thanks for joining us for day 1 of Lightspeed. Well, it's day 0 of Lightspeed Attack, and we're gonna run some workshops for our folks so that they'll be able to learn techniques and also be able to grade other people on their techniques. So we're gonna start with safe slashing, also called tuck sweeps, and we'll be learning a micro sequence called the Astra micro, and everyone will be learning it and also grading each other on it as well. So the whole point is to be able to transmit this information to other people. And everyone will be learning it and also grading each other on it as well. So the whole point is to be able to transmit this information to other people. Okay? And we'll be using some of these sheets like this here. And if you check out the URL, which I'll put up in just a second, hold on. If you follow that URL there, you'll be able to go to our page of sheets. Well, those will be all the ones that we're using today. So we're going to start with safe slashing, then we're going to go into hooks, and then the sash guard drill. Some of the other lessons we have today don't necessarily have sheets, but these are the main ones that people will be getting tested on. So the goal is for everyone to be able to test each other, and hopefully the sheets are made simple enough that everyone can do it. We're going to get moving. All right, everybody. So, speed attack day 0! Yeah! All right. So, thank you very much for being here. My goal here today, a little bit different from last time. The workshops are going to be for learning and also testing, okay? My hope is that we'll be able to group certify here. It's going to be kind of like one of those weird mass weddings that people do, but more useful, okay? I hope. All right. Hopefully no one here got married in a mass wedding, so sorry about that. Okay, so this is the sheet. It looks more scary than it actually is because there's actually 4 sheets on 1 page, okay? So there's actually not as much as there looks, okay? So just in one box here, okay, that is all the moves for the Astra micro, okay? Does anyone know what Astra means? Space, that's a good guess. It actually means star, like asterisk, yeah? Okay, so the pattern that we're going to be doing will be looking kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? So if you can kind of look at it carefully, you can kind of see the asterisk that's being formed right there, okay? Who's done this before? Okay, all right, good. So I'll be relying on you two to help me out as we go forward, okay? Now, we're not just going to do the micro, we're going to be grading each other as well, okay? So this is designed to be as simple as possible, okay? You don't have to know anything about how to grade it except just kind of read the directions and listen to what I say and just check things off, okay? You just count the checks, okay? And then you got to get a certain number of checks and you win, okay? All right? So we'll perform it for each other and grade each other, and hopefully this will solidify the information for you, okay? Okay? And we'll do that with the other practicals as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hand each of you one of these to help you follow along. Remember, you only have to read one of the boxes, okay? Sure, that would be great. Thank you very much. Okay, and there are 6 training bags, not including Big Joe. over there. Okay, there are 6 training bags at different heights. Okay, so hopefully this will help us. Okay, I don't have marking numbers on all of them yet. Okay, but at least some of them do. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the guards first. Okay, so we have a sense of how we're going to move from position to position. Okay, the guards help you make sure that your hand remains in the correct orientation. Okay, a lot of beginners, they fight like this. I'll ask them to swing and they'll rotate their hands in strange ways. Okay, and whereas we still try to cut it as though it's a sword. Okay, so you still try to line up the edge, things like that. It has certain mechanical advantages. Okay, so it's not so you don't have to do it. Okay, but it's still good for beginners to do it. I found that this is a great way to help make sure that beginners maintain proper wrist orientation. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with some of our basic guards. The first one we're probably going to be doing is going to be cloak guard, like this. Okay, so this is your cloak guard. In case you forget, it's kind of like you're a vampire and you're throwing your cloak over, okay, or some peasant is being very peasanty to you, and you're like, peasant, things like that. Okay, all right. Yes. Now on the other side over here, that's cape guard. Okay. That's like you're a superhero furling your cape, okay? So this is cape, and this is cloak, okay? This is cape, this is cloak, okay? All right, cool. Now, we're going to go down lower now. We're going to go over here like this. This is going to be on your inside, okay, also called like wrapping the arm, okay? This is scabbard guard or sheath guard, okay? So it's just like you are removing your weapon from your scabbard, or you're getting ready to pull your sword out of your scabbard, okay? Scabbard. Okay. All right. Now on the other side, this one's going to be a little bit less intuitive. Okay. So we're going to start in rear and finish in tucks. Okay. So let's go ahead and start in our upwing. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and rotate our wrist 180 degrees, like so. Okay. All right. So you're now in holster. Okay. All right. So it's like you're pulling a pistol out of your holster, right? Okay, you're now in holster position, okay? All right, let's go ahead and go up into cape, okay? Go ahead and rotate that 180 degrees, okay? You're now in mask, okay? So it's kind of like, I think of this as the Batman, but you can think of it in whatever way that makes sense to you, okay? But I call this mask, okay? All right, let's go ahead and go into cloak, like so, okay? Let's see. All right, cool. Now, rotate that 180 degrees. Okay, you're now in horn. Okay, probably don't have to explain this one. Okay, all right, and let's go down into scabbard and rotate that around. Okay, and you're now in spear. Okay, because it looks like you're using a spear. Okay, all right. So go ahead and take a moment and take a look at the guards that are listed on your sheet. Okay, and see if you can form them see if you remember them. Okay, and feel free to help each other out. If otherwise, ask me and I will help you out. Okay, they should all be kind of listed on the side. Okay. Go ahead and check if you remember them. What's that? This is spear. Yeah. So while you do that, I'll just talk at you. So you'll note that every rear guard has a tucked twin. Okay, and every twin has a rear. Every tuck guard has a rear twin, and it's formed simply by rotating your wrist. So if the guard has a pronated wrist, then you just supinate it, and now you have the twin. If it is supinated, you just pronate it, now you have its twin. Okay? Is everything clear so far? Yeah. Alex, doing okay? Yeah? All right, are we kind of remembering? Is it making sense? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and just do a little test with each other, right? Okay. Let's see here. Everyone on guard. Give me a basic Makashi guard. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. All right, can I see a scabbard guard, please? All right, excellent, excellent. Can I see spear? Nice, nice. Can I see cloak? Very nice. Can I see horn? Nice, nice. Okay, can I see upwing? There you go. Good, good. Can I see holster? Okay, all right, good. Let's see. Can I see mask? Nice. And let's see cape. All right, cool. I think we kind of got it. Do we like the names? Is it helpful? It took me months. It took me months to come up with these. Okay. Although there are certain corollaries to HEMA though. So there's nothing new under the sun. So I'm not coming up with anything that special. Okay. If you look up enough systems, you'll find matching names. Okay. In fact, SashGuard, I believe Russ shared this with me way back. One of the systems that he's familiar with, I can't remember. The equivalent guard was called Bandolier Guard. You know, so it's literally the same thing. Okay. So anyway, so as I said, we're going to be throwing our attacks from a rear guard. Okay, and we're going to be finishing in a tucked guard. Okay. So if we start in cape, okay, and we're going to do a diagonal slash, okay, or a sweep, right? Then that means that we're going to be going from high right, for me, my high right to my low left. So it's going to be a diagonal, right? Like so, okay? Now, what I'm going to do right now is the most intuitive way that people will attack most of the time, what I call the martial way or the self-defense way, right? From rear guard to rear guard, okay? So that is cape guard into scabbard guard, right? Okay? See, that illustrates the point, right? Okay? So rear guard to scabbard guard, or I can go upwards, scabbard guard to cape guard, right? Rear to rear, okay? So again, that is the martial way, okay? It's not what we consider the competitive way, okay? Competitive meaning safe, okay? Safer anyway, okay? So what would I do instead? If I'm going to start in cape, I'm going to go to a diagonal. What guard should I finish in instead? M. What's that? I'm going to start in cape, right? And I don't want to finish in scabbard. What do I want to finish in? Spear. Very good. Okay. Okay, that was great. That was great. Okay, you did it. Okay, you did it. Okay, with some slight modification. Okay, but you've got the basics down. Okay. All right. Good start. Okay. Now let's go up into cloak. Okay. Now if I do this the bad way, okay, I finish this in wing like this, right? That's bad. Okay. All right. So where do I want to finish instead, Sam? Holster. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. So I think everyone's understanding the concepts, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do one more just to check, okay? All right, let's go ahead and start up wing, okay? All right, so the bad way, I'm going to start in up wing. I'm going to finish in cloak, right? Okay. Alex, what guard should I finish in instead? Good guess, good guess, okay? I would think more of as a horizontal attack, right? If I'm going to go diagonal, though, meaning I'm kind of delivering this uppercut, right? So where should I finish instead? In horn, exactly right. Very good, okay? I think the answer is literally on your sheets there. So, okay. Okay. All right. So, but anyway, I think people understand the concepts. Yeah. Any questions so far? Yeah. We good? Questions? Someone ask something. Nathan. All right. So, I did cheat a little bit. Okay. I skipped the footwork workshop. Okay. That's because I realized everything was going to take a little bit more time. Okay, and I thought that one was going to be the least useful. Okay, so for anyone that comes in late, I'm going to volunteer some of y'all to to teach whoever is late. Okay, all right, but we'll be okay. All right, so go ahead and take a look at your sheets. Okay, and look at the slashes that are listed. Okay, and go ahead and get some practice in starting from where they tell you to begin. Okay, and then practice where you want them to end. Okay. All right. D, can I assign you to catch Nate up?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And if you want to use a bag, feel free to go grab a bag. Okay. That one has a table next to it, but there are six bags around the gym. I have found that the bags really help people conceptualize. A lot of people have trouble with this without the bag sometimes. So. Okay.
Remember, we do have those punching bags.
We do have the extra bag, punching bag too. Yeah. Okay.
You know, we do have the other punching bag I haven't replaced.
Yeah.
Scabbards on left.
Yes.
All new terminology to learn.
Yeah, but does it make sense though?
It does.
Yeah.
Just gotta remember which are which.
Well, it also helps me to think in
Geometry?
well, because you can actually draw it. Yeah, it's a top-down X and then a bottom-up X.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
we
then
just did
it's-
this drill last
Then it's
Saturday.
horizontal.
Yeah, yeah.
That helps me know where to start and end.
For me, it's
Yeah, we spent 3 hours doing this drill.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, Roland is very persistent. You don't know Roland.
That's a long time. Where did Sammy go? Okay. Okay, all right, group. So let's go ahead and add one more detail to make sure that we're going to be effective, okay? So you'll know that if you just go like this, okay, that's really not great. Why is it not great?
You're pulling your shot.
You're pulling your shot, right? Okay.
And even that can still have the power.
That's true.
Still
That's
doesn't-
that's true. That's true, right?
It doesn't get the attention and then the tuck, which
That's-
is what negates the power.
Exactly right, okay? Exactly right, okay? So let's go ahead and see if we can make this more effective and also make sure that it's going to be safe as well. All right, so let's see here. I actually have to be on this side due to the live stream camera. So. Okay, so we're going to break our slashes into 3 pieces. Okay, so we're going to break our slashes into 3 pieces. We're going to be in our starting guard, okay? Then we're going to be in our starting guard, then we're going to extend, okay? So the weapon should come out to the fully extended arm, okay? Then we're going to withdraw, okay? All right? So if a lot of this, there are gray zones, right? What guard exactly am I in right now, right? I'm in half holster, and I keep going, now I'm in upwing, right? So there are definitely ways to find the middle grounds here, right? But the safest way is to be the strictest with the guard as you possibly can. And in general, keep the tip directly in front of you as much as possible on your completion. That's the safest, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and do a few more for yourself and make sure you're getting those extensions, okay? Work in those extensions, make sure you have them, yeah? Feel free to use the bags, okay? And then when you withdraw, when you do your tuck, yeah, keep your tip directly in front of you as much as you can. Yeah, okay. So if you don't pull it back quite so much, like if you could like stop it earlier, right? That would probably be even safer.
To not pull it back.
No, yeah, you pull it back, but like you see how you're wrapping it very tight on yourself like this, right? Which is cranking, right? See how I go like this and I stop here, right? It's not like you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
how long the mic wasn't running. I apologize.
Then it helps you more naturally pull in and down. Okay. You can decide if you want to do it at the same speed. So I want to slow it down. You're just gonna do your quick. I mean, I didn't see any X's. I think the hardest thing to read is though, and how many words I did all check marks.
Oh, okay.
But I will say the hardest thing to watch for at the same time is both extension and apex. Because it's you're kind of looking at two different things. You're kind of looking at the blade going here. You're also trying to look at the arm.
Yeah.
Just hard to grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
The confidence and smooth thing is that just.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry about that today. Yeah. Yeah.
Sam, I can grade you in 1 minute.
Oh, please make sure that you've written your name and your person and the date. Okay, I need to collect all these and record. It's the 18th. I need to collect all these and make sure I get them written down.
This is a new up and coming. He's not as good as me.
Yeah, right. We have enough people. We have enough people that we have 2 Jacobs. We have 2 Matts.
Okay, Kevin.
Battle of the Joshes.
We have 2. We do have 2 Kevins. You're right. Yeah.
Then there's Josh.
Oh my gosh, Lightspeed has had so many Joshes, and every single one of them was a problem in some way.
Well, that sucks to hear. Joshes are Joshes.
But I found most Joshes picked for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
The person who uppercut me in the videos last year, that was Josh. Yeah.
otherwise, Joshes are great.
Oh, the Josh.
Otherwise, Joshes are great. Yeah.
They're really busy for things. Look like there was a line.
That's why I was the Josh.
Does anyone remember when we rated that?
Yeah.
Guys Fallout
Sure,
stuff?
I sure do.
I still have that Windows.
Did I not?
7.
I don't have any stuff. I didn't read.
And you don't
I
have
had
to do it.
one.
No, I do. You might look. Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, but like what I'm actually really.
I would like to see when you do it by piece.
More so,
I would like you to have
How are you guys doing?
Yeah. Preston told me that I have a habit of not extending on this one fully,
Mm.
so I've been trying to fix that.
and it's turning your slash, your top slash into
You can't feel from them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels just like I feel like two right cards. So that's why I've been trying to go and then make, still have it in the front by doing that. You want to do one more? Go ahead.
I'm gonna feel this. That math is. It's too early in the morning for this.
That is. Yeah.
By the way, passing is 17 points, okay? And you got to get at least 2 points on each step, okay? If you get less than 2 points, you do not pass, okay? All right? I need you got to get at least 2 points.
Is this going to be like my footwork thing all over again where I keep failing?
No, it's not. Right? All right. Are you getting graded next or what?
Yeah, I don't know the order of them now.
All right, you can study it.
I give you 2 X's. Yeah. So I felt like the apex.
Proper form is right here.
Does it have to be straight out or it can be at
Yes, higher low. And then the back raising sweep.
It's upwind to form for me, it's not more natural. Out and shoot.
As long as the tuck is done correctly, then it's fine.
Upwind. Where would the apex of that one be? Here?
Nope, down here. Go, give me a Makashi guard. Yeah, okay. So, there. Yeah, it's the bottom of your opponent's hand or hilt, right? You're attacking from the bottom, right? So the apex has to be at the bottom, yeah? Right? Get it? Make sense? Yeah? Make sense?
I had to picture it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This feels unnatural to extend left. I've considered trying to change left, go lefty because of my foot.
I tell you what, it's a difference.
But that would take so much practice.
I tell you what, it's worth it. I mean, I switch out hands on everything whenever possible.
Because when I hurt my leg last year, pressure that leans a little forward, maybe I can get a better stance. And these shoes probably aren't the best, but I mean, they're well supporting shoes, but they're probably not the right shoes for fencing. But it's like there's always constant pressure right here where that joint is.
Yeah.
Just from sitting.
Yeah.
And so
I tell you what, I feel like it was one of the best things that
Have you tried any of these stretches?
oh yeah.
Try it.
those planters.
Try, because have you tried any of these stretches?
Oh yeah.
Try it.
Those planters.
Try, because I wonder if you have some version of that, because we all had the same injury here, you know, and so this is standard stretching for us every single day now, you know.
And there's a bunch of at home.
And we're all cured.
The injury's called turf toe, right?
Huh?
Turf toe.
For us it was plantar fasciitis, but
Right. Well, plantar fasciitis is middle of the foot. Under the ball of a joint.
I'm told that I'm told for some of us it's at the heel even.
Yeah.
So
Like when I. Yeah. So it's.
be careful.
I'm
You look like you're about to take him out.
used to working with kids and they've always taken
You
away.
you look like you're about to execute him.
I feel like
You look like you're about to execute him.
I feel like
I know my time is up. It's
No, that's a shield 5. Okay.
But I think what we wait,
I
Matt,
think the dragon's
what's
a good
Matt's?
description
Is
because
here?
I'm very old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Is it just
but
lower
yeah,
down?
just tuck it, you know.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Whatever move you do, it can't be confused for another move. Okay, so that's. I mean, look, going from Scabbard to Shield 5, that's a great idea, but that's not.
Well, that's
What
how I
this
fight.
is.
I fight down low like this.
That's great, but that's great, but you know, if you're gonna teach a new person, right, and you're like, yeah, you're gonna go from a Scabbard to Shield 5, now there's a lot baggage packed into it, right? Okay. Right, but Scabbard to Mask, you don't have to worry about how it's formed. It's not that important. Okay, all right. Right, it's gonna be a lot easier. You don't want to teach someone to go from Scabbard to Shield because now you have to teach shields. Okay, and so just teach guards. Guards are just positions. They don't do anything by themselves. Okay, so they're simple. Yeah, they're very, very simple.
Well, is it you're telling me it's more low?
no, I think it's higher. The blade should be higher.
Are we arguing about the guard position? Okay. All right, everyone. Hey, everybody. Okay. So a note about guards. Okay. So as you noted when I was doing my demonstration, okay, my mask didn't look exactly like what you expected. Okay. It's not that important, actually. Okay. Like we demonstrated, is this mask? Is this mask? Is this mask? Okay. Where at what point is it not mask anymore? The important thing is the tuck. That's what actually matters. Okay. So if you don't necessarily remember all your guards, okay, if you understand the concept, then you'll be okay. All right. I worked with someone the other day. Okay. He had a great intuitive understanding of what I was trying to communicate with him. Okay. I didn't explain all the guards to him. He immediately did an uppercut and went right here. Okay, I never taught him mask. He understood the concept of what I was trying to tell him. The tuck is the concept. That's what actually matters. Okay, the guards are there to help guide you. Okay, they are guiding points. You don't necessarily have to hit it exactly. Okay, but as long as the concept is executed correctly, right, then it's fine. All right. So I hope that's clear. Yeah. In general, if the tip is pointing at your opponent more or less during the tuck, you got it right. Okay, you've got it right.
If it was like we're supposed to go up here and we went here.
Yeah.
That
So
would be enough.
yeah. So for example, like M wanted to uppercut and then go into a shield 5 basically, right? It's like, is this a mask? Is this mask? Right? Mask or mask, right? Well, this is a shield 5. Okay, that's not mask. Okay, right? It can be confused, right? And I was trying to say, why does it matter in this case, right? Because a shield 5, well, now you have to go into all the rules about executing a shield properly, right? But a guard does nothing by itself. A guard doesn't protect you. It's just a starting position, okay? There's no rules, like I just said. There's no exact rules about where mask is supposed to be. A shield, though, there's lots of rules to use it correctly, right? So that kind of illustrates my point here, okay? So the guard, yeah, it's not real strict about it, except just follow the basic rules. Arm is bent, should be bent, okay, and then the arm should be bent, and the blade the blade is not rear, okay, and it's not anywhere, it's not on that spectrum going towards the rear, okay. It more or less points towards your opponent with the arm bent, basically, okay. That's enough. Okay. All right, who's still working? Kevin's still working? You're still working? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Everyone else, you can take a quick break if you'd like, and then we will do whip tucks also. Okay. So.
I don't know the. I need to talk about it.
I mean,
I don't give a shit about it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I need to go. Okay, performer. Evaluator. 6. 18.
I just subtracted 24. It's guys.
Do it one more time.
Another pen. 23. Was it an apex or an extension? Apex on the rising. Yeah, the one we talked about.
Yeah.
That's the one I probably struggle with the most.
Mm-mm.
Oh, the other one. The wing. Oh, the wing. Yeah. I feel like the one is. Both of the ones really down and up are. I'm happy with it. The lateral forward, and then the upward. Those are the ones that had the most. Those are my trouble areas. I need a pen.
Can I help with anything?
No, I want to keep doing the shield 5.
Well, stop it.
Yes.
You got shield 5 stuck in my memory, though.
Come on. Do it.
What the heck did you just do? That is gone forever. Holy moly.
There's grades on it.
Holy moly.
There's grades on
I
it.
can't believe
There's someone's grading shit.
Sabotage.
I can't believe that just happened. It is a. We are not unscrewing that. Okay, that is a lot of work.
I didn't.
I gotta step up to do this thing.
What are we looking for?
A grading paper.
Fell down in there. No, there's no record of our grading.
No way.
Amazing.
Does that one have grades on it?
They all had a 24. You saw both of them with a 24, right?
This is so awkward. Okay. What did you do, Em?
All right, John, put your mouth up to it and suck.
Your confidence in my sucking ability is a lot higher than reality. Well, that's supposed to be a creep.
Hey, it was. Oh,
Yay!
All right, well done.
yay! Okay, they got it out.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun weekend.
Oh, it is.
Can I just say, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I can't wait
Oh,
to go
you
back
were-
because I feel like it gives me language.
I put line on top.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
God.
helps so much in the training. I've taught like the tucking, but it's always been like this general kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this is a drill. We can drill it. We can do various angles. Do it over and over again. Maybe that'll finally help my drummer boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Okay, everyone. Let's move forward, and then we can come back as needed. Okay. All right. So let's do some whip tucks. Okay. I haven't talked about this a whole lot. Okay, but you've maybe seen me do it. Okay. All right. So, like I said. Okay. Give me some space, everyone. Okay. All right. So, like I said, right. If you go from cape to scabbard, okay, that's a self-defense move, right? Okay. Okay, but how about this? What if I do this? What are you seeing?
A tuck followed by a quick chain.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm adding a move here. Okay. So for people who sometimes there's value in doing this. Okay. Right. You might wonder what for. Okay. Well, sometimes I tell people, you could do more effort into making your hit look cleaner. Right? And they're like, well, what do you mean? Okay. Well, sometimes I tell people, you could do more effort into making your hit look cleaner. Right? And they're like, well, what do you mean? Okay, well, you can get your blade out of the way faster, you know, like just remove any possibility for your ref to see anything else, right? And sometimes that's where the whip tuck can be helpful, okay? And then also, if you want like a screama, okay, they might learn to do an infinity cut. Bang, 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 right? Very, very martial, very flowy, okay, right? It makes sense, okay? But also, of course, for competition, very dangerous, okay? Yes. Now, the fact is that you can do it too while doing it with a tucked method, okay? And that is with the whip tuck, okay? So in this case, okay, I'm doing this, I whip it up, okay? But I'm still doing that tuck, okay? So let me break it down very slowly for you, okay? From this cloak guard, okay, I'm going to extend, I'm going to tuck, and then I whip it up with my wrist, with my wrist position, okay? Whereas you might do this normally, okay, you might extend, tuck, and then you bring it up here, or you kind of draw this sort of like a bow tie shape, right? You can get that infinity shape with a little extra effort. I tuck, I kind of whip it up here to the top, okay? That's kind of where I got the name from, okay? I couldn't come up with anything better, okay? All right, and then you're just, from here, you're just kind of drawing this circle, and you're borrowing a little bit of your momentum to bring it up, okay? Same thing over here, extend, tuck it to spear, and then I whip it up around to the top, okay? And then you can kind of do, it doesn't work so well from the bottom, okay? You just sort of bring this down anyway, it's sort of the same, okay? But you can also go from the side, like that, okay? As long as you're doing it safely, like if you did this and then someone was bolting at you and they're still in this position, you did that, that's your fault, okay? All right, so you don't want to do it in that position, okay? So as long as you're pulling it away properly and you're at a safe distance, now you can whip it back behind you, okay? And that's a great way when you're fencing, okay, to score that touch, okay, pull this away and then get this completely out of here and move, okay? So the ref sees nothing else. They hear nothing else, okay? They hear your touch and they hear nothing else that could confuse them, right? You get your blade entirely out of the way. This is how it serves you in competition, okay? And also you can use it in a way that helps you flow the action and adapt to any kind of martial systems that you may already be familiar with, okay? Does everyone kind of follow what I'm saying here? Yeah? Okay, so the best way to use this is going to be for your diagonals and for your horizontals, but the diagonal is the one that makes the most sense in my opinion, okay? All right, let's go ahead and do this together. Matt, you're just going to have to catch up. I know that you can't do your horizontals, but the diagonal is the one that makes the most sense in my opinion, okay? All right, let's go ahead and do this together. Matt, you're just going to have to catch up. I know that you can, okay? All right, team, let's go ahead and start in cloak. All right, let's extend. Let's go into holster, okay? And then from here, let's whip it around up into cape. There you go. All right, nice. And tuck to holster, whip it up into cape. There you go, good. Extend, tuck to spear, okay? Make sure that hilt's off your belly, okay? Whip it up into cloak, all right? Go ahead and keep going, okay? All right, and then you can practice how fast you can do it. Yes.
For like power consideration.
Yeah.
After you tuck.
Yeah.
Should you pause again before starting?
Not necessarily. No, you don't need to. As long as you're doing everything else correctly, then yeah, you don't need to. To reiterate, if you hit someone with the whip, that's bad, okay? You messed up badly, okay? All right, you should be at a safe distance, okay? You should have scored already. You should have scored already or thrown your attack. That's why you should have tucked already. You should be at a safe distance from your opponent, okay? The other reason that we want to practice this is because there are fencers who do this, okay? I do it, okay? There are a few others as well, okay? And if you can't spot this, it's not your fault necessarily, okay? That's ultimately the fencer's issue to deal with, okay? But this can make your life a little easier if you can spot this properly, okay? All right? All right, if you're doing pretty well with that, go ahead and try the horizontal, okay? It's a little bit less of a circular motion, okay?
It's really just kind of a rapid rotation of your wrist. Okay. You know what? Let's do that together. All right, everyone. Let's please go ahead and start in scabbard. All right. Go ahead and extend. All right. Pull it to holster. Okay, and then go ahead and then quickly turn your wrist around. You should be in server now. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and extend. Withdraw it to spear, and then whip it around from the wrist. You should be in scabbard now. One more time. Let's extend, withdraw to holster, whip it with the wrist. You should be in server now. Okay. Extend, withdraw to spear, whip it around, back to scabbard. All right. Go ahead and give it a try. Okay. Go ahead and see how fast you can do that. When you do this, when you're good at this, it can be quite fast. Okay. It can be very, very subtle to spot at full speed. Once again, it's not your fault if you can't see it. That's the fencer's issue to deal with. But it's good to be aware of. Okay. All right. Go ahead and find a bag. Go ahead and find a bag and give it a shot. And see how fast you can perform it. I recommend you start with just the downward diagonals and the horizontals. You don't really do it for the uppercuts. I haven't really.
I want to go this way with this hand because I'm supinated.
I
always want to go this way.
That's okay. That's okay.
This is the flow. There's no flow.
Yeah, and I guess so. It's not the worst thing. There you go. I see it. I see it. Sort of. That you're a lot better on your left side.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for getting that. If anyone needs any help, ask me or Dinah. You can do it. I was telling Kevin yesterday about your improvisation skills. So
My what?
your improvisation
I think
skills.
I have very good improvisation skills. So.
We were talking about it the other day.
Okay.
The real secret of coaching.
Yeah. So
You really don't know as much as everyone thinks you do.
you're not
You gotta look like that, like you do.
your tuck on this side looks better than your tuck on this side while you're doing that. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of going through and you're not really pulling it until you're out here. Yeah. Okay, that looks good, Alex. If you're doing well, go ahead and go through the full Aster Micro with that incorporated. And then I'd like us to try grading each other one more time while trying the whips. And then let me check the time. Try to let us finish a little early.
11:45.
Thank you. Looks like we won't finish early, but we'll finish on time. It's better. Yeah. Okay, everyone. We got 15 minutes left. Let's find a new partner. And okay, everyone. We got 15 minutes left. Let's find a new partner and try. I'm going to cut us off at noon. Okay. But let's go ahead and try one more grading with the whip tucking. As soon as you're done, go ahead and take a break. Otherwise, I will cut you off at noon so that we can all go to lunch. Okay?
We're doing the whole thing, all six.
Yeah. All right. Try to incorporate your whip tuck onto it. Okay? And yeah, let's try to find somebody new to work with.
Sorry.
What happened?
I tried setting it down and I didn't do a good job, and then I went.
Oh, sorry.
I went looking for my.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It seems silly, but
Well, no, it could be things like clarity. Because we get people who do this,
Yep. Yeah.
and I'm like, is that hand doing anything?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are like, oh man, that was a clean shot.
Yeah.
Forget to do this.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, exactly.
So that or what's the other one? Oh, I think Tony. Tony's all bad. I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm 100% right. Tony's all about bent elbows.
Oh my gosh. We had a guy way early, like in our first or second year. He always ref like this, okay, and he refused to do anything else, right? And then I'm like, "You have a signal?" He go. That's all he would do. He wouldn't do anything else. He refused.
This is not helpful.
Yeah.
Try to do this.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to.
Okay. Remember, you can ask your person to slow down, ask them to repeat, have them go through step by step. Okay. Do whatever you need to do. If you can't see very well, move around. Okay. Go to a position that you can see better. Okay. Not every move is as easy to see from the same angles, so it's perfectly okay. It's as easy to see from the same angles, so it's perfectly okay. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Yeah.
We still have those scabbard things from there to sell, right?
Yeah.
We should put up a sign.
Yeah.
Ask him if she's a PT, and like she wanted to see it. All right, cool. Yeah. I've not
Okay, if you want.
unsolicited.
Yeah, I was mostly watching your whips anyway.
So it's only point in line really if you're at extension, but if your arm is bent back here, also I'm not I'm not all the way up here. Like I'm not all the way up here. I'm trying to get. So, but if you have front elbow. It's not, if I'm holding my guard out like this is pointed. He's gonna run right in. If I'm tucked back here, that's better.
That whip we know.
Yeah, so you can bring it back into a tuck like this and still have it pointed mostly forward. That's fine.
So now the whip is.
I know it's sort of rewriting a lot. I know it's like, hi Larry.
So that.
We'll talk to you later. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Thank you, Larry.
There you go. Yeah.
I know.
Now you're going up. So let's just do 3 and 4. So starting here. We didn't flow between them, and so it's throwing us off. So on that one right there. So go back to this. The next move is supposed to usually start at a wing, right? So you may want to swing down more because it looks like you're just doing another downward. So this okay. So there's the whip pull into each one of them. So like if I go and then that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're adding a whip with your. It's a torque of the wrist that turns your wrist over and transfers instantly from a tuck into a rear position.
Yeah. And that's for all.
I think to me you don't really do it for the uppercuts, but it works for the diagonals and it works for the flats. Yeah. I haven't figured out a way for it that way it makes sense for the uppercut. It looks exactly the same as without the whips. So yeah, I think you can't really whip it. Yeah.
Because you would have to reform. You would actually say that probably could get it, but you have to reform the asterisk, the sequencing.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm not going to fucking do that because this part is I spent a month learning. So. Let's start with the first one.
All right, y'all got 5 more minutes. How are we doing here?
Doing fine.
Yeah? All finished?
Yeah.
All right. Good job, team. Well done.
Sweet. I'm just gonna add all the fancy.
The extension over there. I guess
Well, why don't we finish this one first? Let's just focus on this one first. We don't need to add the fancy stuff yet.
Yeah. Let's get through that.
It takes a while for me to learn stuff. You're doing good. So, you can keep the sheet on you.
Yeah.
I know what I'm looking for, so why don't you keep the sheet on you? Or you can even take a different one here. If you want to look at this one.
This is when we shoot down and up to get up. But this one actually I want to go down. Get up. Did not get the extension on this.
I'm going to have you go step by step.
And then this one here.
You got it a little lower. It should be around your ears.
You right?
Yeah.
Grievous. I know General Grievous will walk in the house.
Yeah. He's our guy.
We're doing both of the doors. Crosswise.
Yeah. I was sitting in my head, I'm like, oh, I want to whip it, but I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. That works.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, unless you go on
So you have half a point off for each. So you got 23. I think it's easier. You're gonna really enjoy this.
One.
I hear you. I hear you.
Show that you really know your in-laws for all the if you just keep looking at it, you'll get really like it. But you definitely know it's hard for you to see because it's like
That's all right. When you're ready.
you got it.
Look, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not coming up with anything really.
Oh, yeah, good job, Em. Yay, pass. Yeah, you definitely know what you're doing.
That was a lot easier than doing the footwork one. Well, it's also easier when you have someone in person helping you through it.
Yeah.
Doing it online and just sending the videos is harder.
Yeah. And slower.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically, one massive chase that breaks the allure of everything.
Remember to try and put your hand near your ears. Tuck your hand next
Good.
to your ears.
Yeah, I think it is practice the transitions.
Mhm.
But it's good. I can see myself just doing it very slowly and getting the muscle movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cross. And you're going to let go. Yes. Excellent.
I think the challenge was what we were practicing was figure eight.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing this.
Yeah.
Then when we tell them to do the test, our muscle memory immediately is like going back up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, oh wait, no, we got to transition to the upward. That
Yeah.
was what was throwing us off for a while.
Yeah. You mean your squad or
No,
here?
like us.
I see. Yeah.
Because we just practiced doing figure eights.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to go like this.
Yeah.
But now with the test, it's like, no, I got to go down here. And we're like, our brains were like, you cannot compute.
Yeah.
But I really, really like this a lot.
Good. I'm glad. Me too, actually.
Because it even seems like there's an advantage to saying, like, let's say they do it for a while and they're getting used to it. I can say, okay, go through the loop. I want to see you do it. And do it fast.
Yeah.
Because when we do it fast, that's a little exposed when we're still not, when we're starting to get sloppy and not full.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's easy. That's a little exposed when we're still not, when we're starting to get sloppy and not full.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's easy to extend and pull in very slow motion.
Yeah.
But as they get better and comfortable and speed it up, and they're like, oh, nope, you're not extending, you're not pulling, we can adjust and play with that.
Yeah. All right. Can I have everyone here real fast? What guard did it finish in? Did it finish to the side or behind? Okay. All right. Don't think about what it sounded like or how fast it was. Okay. You can't measure those things. Okay. Right. And you are not going to be able to do that consistently and without biases. Okay. Everyone has biases. Okay. But you can look at what something looks like. Okay. Right. Look at that. Straight arm all the way through. Okay. Things like that. Okay. Late tuck, okay, things like that, okay. These are things that you can describe, okay. Hey, I saw you tuck, but it was really late, okay. So I need you to tighten that up a little bit, okay. You can't be like, your hit was too loud. It needs to be quieter, okay. Your hit was too fast. I need you to slow down. No, okay. That is not a competition, okay. Now you're going to be. People are going to become suspect, okay? They're going to be suspicious about this sport when you start doing things like that, okay? You can't say stuff like that, okay? You can, however, say, I saw you go in with a straight arm all the way through, okay? I never saw that arm tuck at all, okay? You can say things like that, okay? All right? It's like, well, I did the whip tuck. No, you did not. You did the whip. You didn't do the tuck part, okay? You have words to describe what you're looking at, okay? All right? Does everyone kind of follow what I'm saying? Okay? The new method is very focused on correction, okay? Having the words and the knowledge and being able to tell someone, here's what I don't like, okay? I need you to do this for me, okay? And next time, hey, I already told you, I need to see this, I got to penalize you now, or something like that, okay? Things like that, okay? Gives you the tools to work with, okay? So, bonus workshop, all done. Okay. All right. Okay, everyone. Let's take lunch. Okay. I'll be trying to provide food for y'all for the rest of the week, and we'll have dinner provided tonight. Okay. Please take care of yourselves for lunch for now, and come right back. We'll work on hooks and sash guard and other fun stuff. Alex will be doing advanced footwork for us. Okay. All right. Cool. See y'all in a bit.
What time should we do that?
Yeah. Good question. Let me see. Yeah. Come back by 1-ish. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Okay. What's that?
When I dipped out, I had ordered a pizza.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's what I was like,
Yes.
yeah. So it's also just literally ready for at 5.
Mic check. Okay, sounds like this is working.
First grade, that was the scariest thing to me. Yeah.
Another billions of years and none of us will be alive. Billions of years, none of us will become like structure. Well, because you're also just like, how do you know it's billions of years? Babies are fine. Am I gonna die? Maybe it's tomorrow die anyway. Because they didn't do it, mom and dad told me. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to move the earth by that point.
Okay.
Potentially.
Will, could you help me out? Would you please distribute these forms to everyone? Please give one to everyone, please, before you put your gear on. Okay, Will is distributing our sheets. Okay. So this is a practical. Okay. So it is not a sequence. It is something that is done with a partner. Okay. So you don't have to do it in order. Okay. There are 5 performance elements. Okay. There are 2 skyhooks, a supinate and pronate. There's a pronate side hook, supinate side hook, and an underhook. Okay. So like I said, these are not. It's not a sequence, so it can be done in any order. Okay. Like before, though, there are requirements. Okay. So there's a minimum score to succeed, and there are also crux movements. Okay, within each element. Okay. I think there are at least 3 per element. Okay. Those must be passed. Okay. So you must get a check mark on those, or you do not pass. Okay. Those are you do not pass. Okay. Those are the most important elements. Now, you require a partner, okay? So that means there are going to be 2 people performing, okay, and 1 grader, okay? However, only one of the performers is the examinee, okay? So even though it's 2 performers, only the examinee is being graded, okay? The examinee will pay the consequences of their partner's mistakes. Okay, so if the person you are performing the exam with does something incorrectly, it's on you, the examiner, okay? So you must check that they're doing things correctly. It is part of your training as a teacher, okay? Being able to spot someone doing drills, make sure they're doing it correctly. Because most of our drills require 2 people. You gotta make sure both of them are doing it right, okay? All right, so is there any left? All right, cool. All right, so I think most of you, all of you have seen hooks before, okay? Some of you are even great at hooks even, okay? So our goal here today is not only to make sure that we can perform them properly, but also be able to spot errors and make sure that we understand how to perform drills correctly, okay? All right, I'm going to walk you through from the top to bottom, okay? And hopefully most of this is understood by most of you already, okay? Well, are you participating? Okay, let's see. I'm going to ask Dinah to help me with this one to make sure we get it. Okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at understood by most of you already. Okay? Well, are you participating? Range check with a vertical cut to my hand. Okay, there we go. Okay, it must land. Okay, so we can verify that a hit will land if I fail, if I do something incorrectly, right? Okay. Oh, wait, I've already made a mistake, okay? So that should be an outside flat attack to the glove, okay? So outside for me is to my right, okay? So it must be a horizontal cut to my glove from my right. All right, go ahead and do your range check. Okay, good. All right, I have just avoided a mistake, okay? All right, cool. So now my action is a pronate skyhook, okay? From my Kashi guard to the glove, her glove, against an outside flat attack to the glove, which you just demonstrated, okay? So read through this stuff carefully, okay? Make sure you understand everything that's being presented to you, okay? All right, so now I know what the feeder is supposed to do, and I'm as the examinee, I'm trying to score a hit to the glove. I'm hopefully scoring it as a direct hit. I'm hopefully scoring it as a clean hit, okay? Okay, so Dada, go ahead and come in with that action. Oh, I didn't even land on the glove. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, here we go. Go ahead. There we go. Much better. Okay, clean shot, direct hit to the glove. Okay, whoever's examining me hopefully will give me check marks on everything. Okay, everything clear so far?
Yeah? Okay, very good. Now, you have a few attempt slots on the bottom, okay? So if you make a mistake, you can attempt it again. Okay? Don't forget, for anything with an asterisk, you must get a check mark there or you fail, okay? Note, the range check is always, always, always a requirement, okay? To prove, because our drills, when I design them, we prove that it's going to work. We prove that if you do it wrong, you fail. Okay? All right, let's go to the next one. This is a supinate skyhook, so it goes in the other direction. Okay, let's go ahead and set up. Okay? All right, the range check. It should be an inside flat attack to the glove, so it needs to be on my left. Would you go ahead and do that, please? There we go. Good. All right. Then it's going to be a supinate, so I'm going to go this way. Go ahead and perform. There it is. Good. All good there. Okay. Percussive. Okay, now we're going to do a side hook. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let's go through this. Let's do this fast. Okay, percussive pronate side hook. Okay. Where's my setup? Outside Makashi guard, right? I'm on the third element, so it's out here like this, outside, right? Okay. She's gonna do a vertical to my hand for the range check. There we go. Good. Okay. And then she's gonna come in. I'll perform it. Okay. Okay, now this one has slightly different requirements, okay? This was not just to the glove, okay? It is to the side of the glove. That's very important, okay? If you hit the top of the glove, it's a fail. You hit the bottom of the glove, it's a fail. It must be to the side of the glove, okay? All right, can we freeze for a second? Come in, attack, and just stop halfway, right about there, okay? There, it's got to be right there, okay? On the top, failed. On the bottom, failed, okay? It must be on the side, okay? I'll come back and explain why that's important, okay? All right, same thing on this other side here. This is supinate side hook. Come in. Okay, all right. We'll consider that the range check. You can go again. Okay, there it is. Side of that glove. There, on the back of the hand. There. Okay, must be to the side of the glove. Okay. All right. Finally, the underhook. All right. So this. Okay. Percussive underhook. Okay. All right. Go slow on this. Okay, because this one goes to the head. Okay. So this. All right, you're gonna do a rock step. Go ahead and do a range check. Don't actually hit me. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. We'll probably hit him if I fail. Okay. So come in. Okay. I'm gonna pick off on the bottom right there. Okay. And I want it percussive. Okay. There you go. Okay. Here's some examples of what it. Okay. This one is you're looking for an accurate percussive. Okay. So here's an example of what I don't consider accurate. Okay. To go ahead and stop halfway. Okay. This is like that. Not accurate, okay? You went further than you needed to, and it went skidding off, okay? Not accurate, okay? Looking for something like that, okay? Goes only as high as it needs to go, okay? Okay? And it's got to be clean. Undercut, it says to the bottom of the glove, all right? That's also important, okay? Okay.
When you say side of glove, bottom of glove, that means not hilt.
Yes. Practically speaking, hilt is okay, practically speaking. For today, everyone should grip their weapon at the top, okay? And so it should hit the glove today, okay? Okay. If it hits the bottom of the hilt for the underhook, that's okay. It fits with the spirit of what I'm looking for, okay? Okay. Okay. All right. Do we need a review on our hooks? Okay, let's do it. Okay. All right, everybody up. Everybody up. Okay. All right. Everyone in Makashi? Okay. All right. Let's do our sky hooks. Okay. Lift. Lift, and then roll your wrist down. Okay. All right. That tip should be about about the same height as where your hand was. Okay, because remember, they're attacking horizontally at your glove, right? So their glove is going to be at similar height. So you lift, make sure that tip, yeah, good. Okay, make sure that tip ends up about where that hand would be, okay? All right. Now, you're going to do an oppositional hook, okay? So if the attack coming on my right, that means I hook to my right, that way, okay? All right, if the attack's coming on my left, it's coming in this way. That means I hook to my left, okay? All right. All right, cool. So, let's look at our side hooks, okay? All right, side hook, kind of tricky, okay? Trickier than people expect, okay? All right, let's talk about that side of the glove thing, okay? Let's. You got gear on. Will. Okay. Would you attack vertically and just stop halfway, right about there? Good. Okay. All right. So like I said, it has to hit the side of the glove. Why? Okay. This is the most common mistake for side hooks. Okay. They go out here and then they hit the top of the glove like this. Okay. That is not a good side hook. Okay. It's really a sky hook. Okay. All right. It's really just the same thing as you did this. Okay. Why is this bad? Okay. Will, would you go ahead and just go like this and go to the floor? Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. One more time. Not a good side hook. Okay. It's really a sky hook. Okay. All right. It's really just the same thing as you did this. Okay. Would you go ahead? Floor. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, one more time. Okay, look at that. Again. See, look at that. Okay. That car is driving away from me. Okay. All right. And my car is chasing after it, right? Look at that. See, it's going down. My tip's going down. I got to chase it. Okay. Not good. Okay. Okay. Exactly. Okay. Right. So I want to make a direct line. Stop right there. See, a direct line right there. Okay. Look at my hand. My hand and tip are at the same elevation. Okay. The whole time. Right. Like that. Okay. So that's how you make a direct line to the side, to that glove. That's why it has to be to the side of the glove, or it does not, or else you rainbowed it or you did something else, okay? Okay, let's look at the action, okay? Here we go. Let's go into a sash glove. Will be fine, okay? Okay, same thing on the other side, okay? Let's go into an outside Makashi guard, okay? All right. Okay, so let's break it down even further, okay? We're going to start with the flag, okay? So we're going to extend out to the side, okay? There you go. That's called I've been calling this a flag, okay? All right, it came from Tony's Statue of Liberty thing, okay? All right, so this is flag 3, okay? It's equivalent to deflector 3, okay? All right, now from here you can roll it over, okay? All right, you're rolling and pitching. You want to make it clear. You don't want to indirect this, right? Your ref's going to hear 2 sounds. They're going, probably an indirect, okay? Nope, okay? 1 sound, bang, pop, all right? That's all you want them to hear, yeah? All right, that's all you want them to hear, yeah? Okay, same thing for your underhook as well, okay? All right, let's go over, okay? Same thing for your underhook as well, okay? All right, let's go over a rock step for the underhook. A rock step for the underhook. Come up, percuss the bottom of the hill. Come up, percuss the bottom of the hilt or the glove, okay, and then retract, okay? This helps a lot. Tilt or the glove, okay, and then retract, okay? This helps a lot too to get a clean hit. Rock step and then withdraw. That also works nicely, okay? Or rock step and just drop your tip. Drop your tip. That'll usually protect your hand too, okay? That'll usually protect your hand too, okay? Okay. All right. I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we moved through this one a little quickly. Yeah. Okay. All right. If anyone needs any extra help, come talk to me. Otherwise, go ahead and grab a partner and start to practice. Go ahead and go through the movements and practice. And then we will find graders for you. You want to work on that side hook?
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
So the first hook.
Okay, I'm going to give you a target. You mean sky hook or side hook?
Side.
Side hook?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so with the side hook, start on one side, okay? All right, now you're going to hook this way, okay? All right, start over here. No. Okay, on guard. Okay, so your hand has to go. Okay, yeah, that's better. There you go. Okay, good. But the line though. You see that? See that? I should not be there. That's better. Okay. No, don't lift. Don't lift. The more you lift, the more you're gonna come onto my line. Okay. See that? Like this. See this? Okay. Get as far away as you can. Hand and tip at the same height. Okay. There you go. Right there. Okay. Wait. Put it back. Okay. See this? Nowhere near your hands. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but stop. You're lifting too high. You're lifting too high. Because look, the higher you lift, the more it gets onto that attack plane, right? Okay. Right. So get it as far away from the attack plane as you can. So keep it flat. Okay. There you go. There you go. That's it. Okay. That's good. Okay. All right. Try on the other side. That's your rainbowing. Okay, try it again.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, that's good. Try it. Do it again.
So you're in guard.
Okay, you hit there. Okay, you got it. You want to hit the side. Okay. All right. On guard. Okay, now on guard. Okay, sash guard. Sash guard. No. Okay. All right. Now flag this way. No. Just flag. Just flag. Okay. So just point it out this way. There you go. Okay. Now torque it. Yeah. There you go. That's it. Nope. You're hitting the top of the glove. You got to hit the side of the glove. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Let's check your evacuation. Okay. Go. Okay. You got to move your hand out more. Okay. Your hand is under threat. Okay. 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 Would you just go like this for me? Okay. Okay. See that? My hand's not in danger, right? See that? It's offline. You got to keep it offline, right? Because part of the score is getting it clean, right?
I'm keeping it too close.
Yes. Okay. Part of the score is getting it clean. Okay. Okay. Try it again. There you go. Keep it in position. Just. You can't really hook a bag. It does. You can't really practice with a bag for this one. All right, I'll come back. Yes.
Maybe I'm attacking wrong too. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing him the best I can do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of attacking like this.
Yeah.
Should I be more like this?
Yeah.
More swingy so you can see it coming?
Yeah. Yeah. It's helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to, but it's helpful. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Think you're not holding it. It's just a standard.
The only downside is that means my hand's going like down.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay?
Yeah. I don't consider it an issue. Yeah. There we go. I think M could use a partner. Would you mind?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't forget to get a direct hit on the glove. Yeah. Getting a direct hit is part of the criteria. Huh?
Oh, Will's not doing the workshop, which I didn't realize.
Yeah. I guess I'm realizing that too. How are we doing? No. Nope. Hold. Stop. Okay. Yeah. Start angled this way. It'll help you.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let me help you. Okay. All right. Matt, would you please just stop? There you go. Perfect. Okay. All right. Just stop halfway for me. There you go. Okay. Flag this way first. Okay. Right. Then just go like this from the wrist. Okay. Just do that over and over to get it. Okay. All right. Okay. One more time. Okay. Come in. Flag. Oops. Left. Okay. You don't do this. Don't do this. Okay. You got to hit the side. Okay.
Should I have it at an angle or should it be straight?
No, so that's the sky hook again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you're doing a side hook, yeah, start at sash, go this way, or start an open and go that way. Okay.
See what I mean? It's almost a thrust.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, the cut is delivered with the wrist. Okay. The cut is delivered with the wrist, not the arm. Nope.
I think you.
All right. We're doing side hook, right?
Yeah.
And then rotate your wrist once your arm has.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Instead of kind of doing like this.
Yeah, you gotta, and that's see then you drop the hit.
And then he's gonna instruct me when to do my attack. Get that arm out. Because otherwise, you your arms over there.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks good.
Get your arm a little bit farther out. Also, wait until you see me starting with. You're gonna react to action. So, you can cue me when you're ready for me to attack, and then wait until I start doing it. Like that last bit of the time.
Is that a side hook? Okay. We know what's wrong with it, right? Yeah, she's hitting the top of the glove, right? Yeah. Okay. Got to be the side of the glove. Okay. Are we intentionally cutting the wrong way? Preston is.
Oh, because you're supposed to meet it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just got backwards. Well, and I did it too. I'm supposed. I'm
Yep.
a partner.
Right. But again, yeah. But that will be during the exam. That'll be your responsibility to make sure he does that correctly, right? Okay. So that's okay. That's okay. There we go. Yep. Yep.
You're coming to me. Yeah.
The chasing hook is not wrong, okay, but
It's harder.
it is harder. Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Range check. Yeah.
There are reasons to do a chasing hook, but we're trying to keep it simple. Yeah. Why don't you? I recommend you put your mask on for this one.
Yeah.
If you're going to the underhook, I recommend putting your masks on. Okay. When when you think your pair is ready for exams, let me know, okay? So I can get a sense of where everyone's at.
Is it the pro or the supinate?
That's a supinate. Yeah. I should probably figure out some other name for it, but yeah, supinate, supine, back of the hand onto the back, back of the hand on your back, And then pronate, laying prone on the stomach, on the palm.
Okay,
yeah.
So this one's pronate.
Yeah.
This one's supinate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's more about the hand than.
Yeah, it's about the hand orientation of the hand. Where's the back of the hand? Where's the palm of the hand? Yeah.
All right, ready?
How much do you need the cane? Just curious. You're probably a little faster with it, huh? You can probably move a little faster.
Definitely faster with that one.
Oh, really?
I'm
surprised.
Well, when I'm using it, I'm being conscious about putting my weight on it instead of my leg.
I see.
But if I'm walking without it, I'm just trying to put weight on my heel only, and I can be a little faster.
Remember, stick your hand all the way out to the side, and then bring your tip in like that.
And then you do, yeah,
Okay. Can I provide a suggestion?
Yes.
Okay. So remember, let's start an open guard. Okay. Okay. So lean it. Go ahead and start with your wrist preloaded like this. Okay. All right. We're gonna flag out. Okay, and then bring it in. Okay, remember, see that arm? That arm's not going to move. Okay, only the wrist moves. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good pizza. Good flat pizza. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Remember pizza. Keep the arm straight.
So the thing with Makashi is that's only about the height. So you can be an open Makashi or open Sentinel. So Makashi just means it's just about how high up.
You want to put helmets on there, right?
Probably, but you seemed okay.
Yeah, we're just not.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. One little caveat. Okay. Try to. I mean, yeah. You try to grip at the top, but also and realistically, you want to have your hand out a little bit more. Okay. Because your hand is very receded, right? Your opponent's just not going to go for your hand if it's that far receded, right? Okay. So you want to be in more of a committed Makashi guard, and that'll make it a little bit more realistic. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. You're going from the elbow. See if you can go. See if you can extend the arm and then go from the wrist. Yeah.
Okay, I think your range. Yeah. He's completely out of range though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I need to. Okay, I see what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
I step that far.
Yes.
Okay. There it is.
Okay, it'll work. I swear it'll work better if you straighten your arm out first. Okay, so flag it for it and then lift with the wrist. Okay, yeah, because you're still using your elbow. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yep.
Sideways to avoid on the same along the arm. And then if you're taking the tip
Can I bring you two over here? I would appreciate it. Thank you.
access onto that.
Anywhere over there is
So
good.
that it lines up with the marker plane. Because that's where my hand is still. Does that make sense? So
Nate, are you and Sam finished? Okay. All right. Let me get everyone caught up. Or you can go around and help me and see how other people are doing. Because everyone else is still working on it. So, yeah. So if you like, you can go and give some feedback. Perhaps. Hopefully everyone will be ready soon. We can move to the exam. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget to let me know if you think you're ready for the exam. Okay. Okay. Are you cutting the right direction? Nope. Should be oppositional hook, yeah? Yes. See this? See, remember, so when you're feeding, when your person is feeding, okay, have them do a sweep, okay? Just like we learned, right? Have them do a sweep, right? Because first of all, you like that, it's illegal, first of all, right? And second, it just stays in space, right? You can hit it easily from either direction, right? In real life, if you do in space, right, you can hit it easily from either direction, right? In real life, if you chase my hook, my car is driving away. You're chasing after me, right? You're trying to hit my car, right? So you crash into my car, right? You don't chase my car, yeah? Okay, so that's why you use an oppositional hook. Okay.
So you're gonna come.
There you go. It's a lot easier to score the hit. Okay. You two ready?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Let's let everyone else catch up. Okay. Nate's ready, right? Okay. Or I can put you all into grading. Okay. Nate. Let's put you into grading. Okay. All right. Tell you what. What if we do it in groups of 4? So you two can. Yeah, you two can independently grade, okay, and then see if you line up afterwards, yeah? Okay, and then they can perform. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I see what you're saying. Both will grade at the same time.
Yeah, let's give it a try, yeah.
and then we can just kind of rotate around.
Yeah, because this one's it's a weird number. You need 3 people. Yeah. So.
It is.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, there's a lot to look for as a grader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. So don't. So as graders, okay, you can move to where you need to move to see what you need to see. Okay. Have them repeat it as many times as you need them to catch all the pieces. Okay. All right.
You may want to go this way.
You can almost just keep this right here. And then you're already so close to hitting me. As I'm coming in, if you can keep your blade tip right there.
So on this side, then I do.
Yeah, you can almost just do that. If you
coming in.
have a low enough
There you go.
pressure,
That's
you barely can use your tip at all. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to crash it.
Yeah. You're withdrawing. You're withdrawing too much though. Extend. 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 Yes. Yes. Yeah. There you go. That's it. That's it. Uh-huh. Extend. Extend. Okay. Is this working? Is this working? Is this working? Yeah? Yeah. No, I've been seeing the pieces. Okay.
Are you still a little bit faster?
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
So if I may, you still have a slight, you're still very slightly rainbowing it. Okay. All right. So, right. Try to get that pizza. Be able to draw. You're not doing it though, right? You're just rolling your wrist, right? Yeah. See, you have to see this. Yeah, it's a combination of pitching, okay, and rolling, okay. So we're gonna start here, right? Okay. So my wrist is pitched right now, right? I can't dip it any further, right? So I'm now gonna begin to roll it, and as I roll, I'm also unpitching. Okay. See that, right? I'm also unpitching as I go. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Okay. But you have to pitch. There you go. That's it. Yeah. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah. See that? Right. So you see, look. If you just roll it, that's it. Nothing happens, right? So you have to roll it and then pitch it and pitch it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And stop moving your arms. Keep your arms out here. Right. You're trying to protect this hand. Okay. Keep it off the line. Okay. Yeah. Bring it in. Yeah. You're still moving your arm too much. Yeah. Okay. All right. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Okay. From open guard, right? Okay. Arm extends. Okay. Arm does not move now, right? Okay. All right. Now roll. Okay. Now pitch. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Okay. Unpitch. Okay. Roll. Okay, and come back. Okay, all right, ready? Extend. Okay, roll, pitch. Okay, that's it. Okay, okay. Is there something? It's because you've been doing it over and over, or something's wrong with your shoulder?
I don't have enough build up in my arms to do it for long enough.
Okay. All right. Why don't we? How's everything else looking? D? Yeah? Okay. All right. I feel like we need... Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
I can do the first 2. It's just the outer ones that are messing with me.
Okay. All right. So what we can do is we can move ahead and test the ones that we have so far. Okay. And then we can... we can come back. Okay. All right. Okay. Tell you what. How about, what if we have M take a break, okay, and then you can both go into grading these 2 gentlemen, okay, that way you have time to rest, okay, and then you can come back to it, yeah, okay. I don't think you need to, you don't need to perform, okay, yeah, you're good. I don't think you do, anyway.
I think I passed this one already.
Yes, you did.
One second. Your arm goes
Um,
yeah. It's not spraying somebody.
Yeah.
Leads grading.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we can do this.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna have D and M grade you. Okay. So try grading. You two grade independently. Okay.
Okay.
And then see if you line up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
When these sheets say an outside attack,
Yeah.
is it my outside or his? Because that's causing a lot of confusion.
So the sheet is for the examinee, actually. Okay. So it's to your outside.
I need to be attacking to his outside.
Yes. Yes.
So then he can probably. You were doing the right hook. I was doing the wrong.
Yeah.
Hook.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a good question. Sorry for the confusion, but yeah, it's for the examinee ultimately.
When I hear
Yeah.
outside attack, I'm like, okay, I attacked from the outside.
Yeah.
That's.
So for you, okay, what I would actually say is forehand and backhand, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
So
would be easier,
yeah.
actually.
So but it depends on the handedness of the people,
That's true.
right? So I can't do that reliably. But if I was giving you an instruction, I would tell you forehand or backhand. Okay. Right. Inside and outside, that's for the receiver. Yeah.
It's all on me. Then.
It's all on you.
It's all on me.
Okay. All right. So graders, remember, you can ask them. Go ahead and position yourselves wherever you need to be to see what you need to see. Okay. All right. Have them repeat it multiple times, as much as you need to be able to see what you need to see. Okay. So sometimes you can't see everything you want to in the first try. Okay. So go ahead and ask them repeat multiple times until you see what you need to see. Okay. M, good. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so Matt,
Okay, so I'm actually going to consider an improper range check because he's performing an illegal action while he's doing it, and then also it will not really illustrate the difference between a chasing hook and a crashing hook, right? Because there's nothing to chase, right? There's no, it's just sitting there, right? Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and to let them know that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know.
Sorry, do we need to use all 3 attempts or no? Just options.
Yeah, only if needed. Okay. All right. So a proper, like we did before, right? So for your range check, make sure you're delivering a sweep. Okay. What did I write? Did it say sweep?
It just says
range check.
outside fly attack.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I guess it's on me. All right. So yeah, please use a sweep for the range check. Okay. All right. I need to change it to say sweep. Okay. All right. But try to make sure they do sweeps, okay? Yeah. If you miss it, it's okay. But
You're like, I got it right. So, I got it right.
Actually, that's fine. Yeah.
feeders, don't forget to lunge. Examinees, don't forget to make sure feeder is lunging. Advance is okay too, okay? But make sure they're using some kind of footwork.
All right. We're good. I don't know if the sweep.
I don't know, ask him.
Which one are we on? Are we still on the first one?
We're on the second one.
Second hook, I attack this way.
The second hook should be performed.
By the way, you can have your papers with you. You can have your papers with you in your other hand to help you, okay?
I think they have red papers.
Where are your papers?
We're grading them.
Oh, well, everyone should have one, so I'll grab you one. Okay, Matt's the examinee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should have the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on that attempt? The noise is when you could tell.
Any question? By the way, I recommend you announce I'm starting now or something like that, so your graders know. Okay.
Yeah. So let's do the second one. Hardest one.
Did you hear a see a contact with the glove?
Your partner has not been getting that you've not been correcting them on.
I can't. I can't.
All right. Check your feeder column. Check.
Check all the columns to make sure that he's doing everything that is required in the feeder column.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. You need to. So one step in. One again.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready.
There we go. Not there yet. So most of them. That's why I don't say anything. But most of them, we're going to do this second. This evening. Yes. So you were right. 37 minutes. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And then, so now we have the, we agree that my problem is, we agree that that one's hard. You just right inside contact. This is really on the downward, straight downward.
The other one was very kind of obvious.
But, I mean, I can grab it. Another range check for the percussive stupid ink side. Yep.
Alright.
Oh, I'm sorry, can I see the percussive pronate one more time first?
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get my range.
Thank you.
Why are you not learning, Will?
Uh,
Are you okay? Something wrong?
Not completely sure. What's going on, man? I honestly don't know.
And now.
Not completely sure. What's going on, man? I honestly don't know.
And now.
I'm blocking you from coming out here.
Are you not feeling well?
Not physically.
Will, would you like to answer one of the people on the chat? Actually, no, I can answer right now. So, I think Chaos Omega asked, what is it? Which the martial arts served as a basis for your lightsaber style? Honestly, not really anything in particular. It's just, it's a purely practical art. It is based on more or less almost weightless plasma sword. How would you use it in real life, realistically speaking? We set up lightsabers that can approximate that, and then we just create a sport and competition, and the art formed itself essentially. This is not to say that martial arts systems don't exist that would cover these things. Okay, we're not saying that at all, or that we're coming up with anything that is necessarily new or anything like that. But for the most part, it was created in the field of battle essentially. So it has its own genesis, so to speak. But again, we're not saying that anything new has been discovered or anything like that. But it is all based purely for practical use. So I hope that answers that question.
So, we need lots more copies since you're having us. Now everyone has 2 sheets a person because you're having 2 people judge them at the same time.
We should have just had 2 judges for half of and just deliberate.
Oh, okay, got it. Yes. Okay, let me print some more. I have one more here.